The path to insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again can take a toll on the brain. Sit, sit, stay, stay, sound, sound, speak, speak.
Good job. With more practice, you'll get better at your speech. Now, you'll need to keep practicing at home. And your next scheduled appointment is next Wednesday.
You ever heard of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is delusional? You speak every day, and by the age of 12, your brain will be developed enough to know how you'll speak. Maybe it's your tone, or maybe it's an accent. For me, I guess you could call it speech impediment. Sally sold seashells by the seashore.
Again.
Sally sold seashells by the seashore.
Again.
Sally sold seashells by the seashore.
Again.
Sally For years, I had to deal with the lateral lisp.
Again.
How I got it? I don't know. I just know I had it as a kid, took speech therapy, and was supposed to continue it after elementary school, but never did. I got bullied in middle school and decided to hide it all throughout high school. Years wasted when I could have been training to get better. Now as an adult, I want nothing more than to practice and try to get better.
Sound, speak.
I know the meaning of doing something over and over again. You ever heard doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is delusional? Some of the best athletes were crazy enough and found out that if you want results, it's all about repetition. I was never an athlete growing up. As a matter of fact, I hated doing activities. That was until I got fat. My clothes felt tight, I hated the way I looked, and one day I heard this exact thing.
Estás muy gordo. La ropa ni siquiera te queda. Tienes que ir al gimnasio.
My mom was right. If I wanted results, I needed to go to the gym over and over again. Once I started, I couldn't stop. A couple years went by and I never looked back. I went from being overweight to being in the best shape of my life. This was the first time I felt what the results of doing something over and over again were like.
So, what do you want to eat tonight?
Fish or chicken. This is the 5th time in a row this week. I might have overdone it, but one way or another, I saw results. I know the meaning of doing something over and over again. Welcome back to another brand new video. You ever heard doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is delusional? In my early years, I made a lot of videos thinking I would blow up. Okay, so I made a video where we got haunted by a killer, but at the end of the video, it was just an idea for an idea.
What? How old were you?
Needless to say, that didn't work out in my favor. As I got older, I thought by creating more would grant me views or money. Turns out it doesn't work that way. I guess I don't know the meaning of doing something over and over again. I had time to reflect, realign myself with God, my family, myself. I shifted my views and wanted to become the person I always imagined I'd become. I want to deep dive back to when I was a kid. The things I enjoyed. Reading, drawing, writing, filming, for all the right reasons. My first taste of results came from the gym, and I wanted to apply it in my speech and in my art. I'm much older now and realized that doing something over and over again may have different results depending on the situation. If you want to get better at something, practice. Indulge yourself in it. Find the meaning of doing something over and over again. The path to insanity. You ever heard doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is delusional?
It was one of the worst performances I've seen in my life.